Hey everybody, this is Mike with the One Stop Co-op Shop, and I'm back with another crowdfunding preview. This is For Horsemen, a solo and cooperative game of religious deities fighting off the four horsemen of the apocalypse. So, low stakes, pretty simple stuff. I'll be doing a full solo playthrough, as I often do, and then I'll give my thoughts on the game at the end. You can skip with the timestamps if you want to check those out early. And like always with our crowdfunding coverage, we don't take any compensation, no payment or anything like that. We just want to help you make an informed decision. And if you like the content on the One Stop Co-op Shop, consider supporting us through Patreon. You get early access to our videos and exclusive videos every month. We've got more than 40 of them now. Like most recently, I ranked all my top Z-Man game releases. You can also check out our separate streaming channel with even more content, listen to our weekly podcast, or come and join the conversation on our Discord. So in For Horsemen, you have a lot of different kind of bosses and events you can fight against, a bunch of different scenarios. I'm playing one of the shortest ones, just to kind of keep this video in a short time frame. I'm fighting against Asmodeus. And you control different deities from different pantheons. They've got Christian deities. In this playthrough, I've got Michael the Archangel. Greek deities, Persephone, in this case, is my second character. And then I think an expansion in the crowdfunding campaign, I think that's how it's going to work, features Norse deities. So it's very kind of like Euro, Judeo-Christian like backgrounds. They don't throw in anything from like Hinduism or Japanese mythology or anything here. But you got some variety in the characters. And you're moving around this world map. They're going to be adding these red cubes, which are like demons or whatever enemies. They're going to be spawning different places. You have to kind of keep those down so they don't deal damage and cause different effects to happen. At the same time, you're dealing with events every turn. These cards are going to have different costs and negative effects. And that's also the timer for the game. When that deck runs out, you have one final round. And then you have the four horsemen of the apocalypse, of course, the game is named after. As they advance, you're going to have different negative effects happen. And there's a lot of ways to lose the game. If you have a horseman get to the center here, you lose. If at the end of a round there are 10 or more demons on a single location, you lose. And if all of the player characters are fallen at the same time, you lose. So you've got your divinity, basically your life on this top track, and you've got your corruption on this bottom track. As corruption increases, which you can use to like pay, it's basically like a wild resource. As corruption increases, you actually unlock more special player powers. But anytime your corruption reaches your divinity, you are fallen. And then if you take any more damage, you're basically like pushing forward the horseman and doing other bad stuff. And again, if every player is fallen at the same time, then you lose that way. And the players also have stats. They also have a deck of cards. This is basically a deck builder. You're going to have 5 cards a turn. You're going to play 4 of them. 2 for their boon effect, 1 for their use, 1 for their sacrifice. And the sacrifice one gets called from your deck, so you're constantly losing cards from your deck. And you'll be gaining and spending these different resources. Everyone's got the same 3 basic ones, wisdom, zeal, and prestige. But the other one is based on your pantheon. So the Greek heroes have virtue. The Christian ones have faith. And I don't remember what the Norse ones have off the top of my head. And then not only are you culling cards every turn, but you also have to buy at least 1 card every turn. So again, a bit of a deck builder feel going on. These are all called relic cards. And you got the cost in the upper right here, the different ways you can use it down here. It's very icon heavy, so hopefully I'll try to make things as simple as I can. Generally speaking, you're going to like move or remove demons, and you're going to like move your characters. You're going to gain or lose those resources. Anytime you can't pay for a resource, you have to use corruption, because again, that's like a wild resource. And yeah, that's the basic gist of the game, so we'll jump in and show you how things work in detail, and again, at the end of the video, I'll have my thoughts. Let's get into For Horsemen. So the first step of each turn is to move forward existing events and then flip a new one, because the events will get worse and worse until eventually they get discarded. So this is randomly created. There's a ton of cards for like all of these decks, but there is one that is keyed to Asmodeus. The possession card is called the boss card. It's going to be in here. Everything's a prototype, by the way, so I don't know which of this art is final and which is not. Okay, our first one is Death Rides Again. So first of all, a lot of the events will have an effect like while they're in play. This one says that anytime the heroes push back one of the horsemen, that's what the minus horse symbol means, they also have to lose one of their innate stats, the one that differs based on their pantheon. So that's -1 when you minus a horse. Now, events have the same general things. First of all, they're divided up by number of heroes. We're playing with 2 heroes, so we're only going to pay attention to this column. All this stuff would just be like more badness if we had more players to keep the balance. And this event's about to go into the first Roman numeral, the first spot, where Death will advance once, and whatever his negative effects are will happen. But then the next time the event phase happens, and this one pushes forward to the 2 spot, Death's going to advance again, and any other horseman, or even Death again, will advance. We choose. So there's a lot of times where the players get to choose. And the 3rd time, Death will advance a 3rd time. Yikes. And looking at it, the first time Death advances, every single one of the 6 zones will gain a demon. The second time, one of us, we get to choose how it's divided, will lose 1 divinity, 1 health. And the third time, one of us will lose 1 wisdom, 1 book. So that's not really the worst thing in the world. But of course, that does get us halfway to losing the game from him reaching the center. Now, alternatively, when a card comes out, you can resolve the cost here to just immediately get rid of the card. You're preventing the event from happening. So we'd have to still advance death once, and then we would all have to lose 4 wisdom and all lose 3 prestige. And wisdom, prestige, zeal, virtue, these are what we're going to use to pay for card effects, to pay for buying new cards. And whenever we can't pay enough, remember, we're going to get to corruption. So for example, here, 4 wisdom and 3 zeal would cause Persephone to be 1 short on wisdom. She'd gain a corruption from that. She would have enough prestige. But yeah, this isn't the worst ongoing effect. I feel like death advancing is not too terrible as long as I keep him in check other times. I hate spending all my resources early on from the couple other times I played the game because then I can't buy the cards I want and all this stuff. So I'm just going to let this happen and let death advance. Okay, so the event goes to the 1 spot. We resolve the 1 effect. Death goes forward 1, and it says each zone plus 1 demon. So Death is out to play and bring in some friends. It might be kind of hard to see, but each of these circles for the locations, North America, South America, Europe, Africa, Asia, Oceania, they all have a 1 through 10 here. And when demons get placed on certain spots here, then you have different negative effects to deal with. And if you get more than 10, they just go into the center. But remember, at the end of any round, you have to get them back down below 10 or you lose the game. So 1 demon each isn't doing anything too terrible all by itself. But more nastiness is about to come from Asmodeus. We'll see that in a moment. Because now we're getting to the heroic action step. This is where the players really do their stuff. You're going to do upkeep effects, which we do have 1 of from Asmodeus. Then we're going to pick our relics. We're each going to play 4 cards. We get a free move for each hero. We resolve our relics, and then we take damage from demons if we're hanging out with them in the same spot. So I mentioned upkeep, and this is a really important thing. So each of these not little, these are giant cards, but each of these big cards, each of these kind of scenarios, first of all, has how much time it's going to take. So this is an 8-round game. There are much longer ones. They go up to 16 or more. Like I said, it has a specific boss event that's going to go shuffled into the deck. But then here's the big thing. Open the gates of hell. Asmodeus is bringing just a bunch of people to play with us. So it says stage 1 only. But stage 1 is the entire... there is only stage 1 when we have 8 events like this. So at the beginning of each of our player phases, we're going to add 1 demon times the current hour. So this is actually worse at the beginning because the hour for this one starts out at the 8, and it's going to decrease each round. And basically, we need to be winning the game when we hit hour 0. Which means we're going to spawn 8 demons, and all of them have to go in a single spot. Whenever it has a spawn effect like this, it's all in one place. We're going to have to take one of these from 1 to 9, 1 away from instant loss. And then the other thing, and this adds a ton of the variety to the game, we need to have this when we hit hour 0 to win the game. So you can never win early. You always have to survive the whole time. Satisfy Asmodeus' lust for power. We have to have 5 zones that each have 5 or more demons. We need to let demons hang out, not just defeat them all. And every single one of our characters needs to have between 0 and 9 divinity. So we need to have let ourselves get hurt. So we need to not win too hard here. We need to let Asmodeus kind of rock the boat a little bit. So we need to pick somewhere to put 8 more demons. Hey everybody, this is Mike from the future with, unfortunately, a quick major rules error that I'm going to make for this whole playthrough. This is the first time it comes up. Whenever you place demons and it's not indicated where they're going, you're supposed to roll a d6 and randomly put them in one of the regions. And this is a very demon-heavy scenario, so that would have drastically changed things. I still think the game is shown well in everything else in the playthrough, so still going to leave the footage as it is, but I just wanted to make sure that's clear. Let's see. North America, it would just get us 1, 2 losses of wisdom. Not too terrible. South America, we would get 3 losses of our innate stat. The treasure chests are a wild except for the innate. Wisdom, zeal, or prestige, the 3 right ones on the board. So this would be 3 of those. 3 zeal, it's pretty bad. Oh my gosh, this one's really bad. Losing 4 things. Yeah, you know what? I think North America is maybe the one that can deal with demons the best. So here we go. That was 2 wisdom loss. Just to keep things simple, I'm going to take it away 1 from each character. Because again, whenever you have losses like that, whoops, that's not the right cube, you can freely decide how they go between the heroes. All right, and now the major part of the game, really the meat of the game. Whoops. You have 5 cards. You're going to have 5 cards in your hand most turns. And the heroes, by the way, determine which starting cards they get. Each card has some keywords, which will sometimes interact with events. You don't have to worry about that right now. That's, again, the cost to get it, but we have these already. And then they have a boon, a use, and a sacrifice. 2 cards are going to go into the boon spot, usually doing a weaker effect, most often just gaining you resources. Those tend to be pretty simple. Use, you can only do 1 of, but it tends to do like a pretty powerful effect. And sacrifice is the most powerful, but that 1 sacrifice card per round is going away, totally called from your deck. So Persephone tends to be more of a support character. Let's see, we've got Illuminate, which is going to get us just tons of prestige. 3 if we use it as a boon, 4 if we use it as a use. And then Sacrifice, we get prestige based on how much prestige we already have, although if we go too high, we're going to also get a corruption from, I guess, just illuminating ourselves too much. Smite is a basic attack one. We can gain some zeal, use a zeal to kill 3 demons in our spot. Always the demon killing relates to your own location, unless it says otherwise. Or sacrifice the card to kill 3 demons and let one other always refers to another one of the characters, let one other character kill a demon in their spot. That might be a good one for all these demons coming out. Ambrosia. So this pillar is the unique innate virtue that only the Greek gods have. So Persephone has it, that's her green one here, but Michael does not. So this one would get her 2 more of that. Using it would take away corruption. Ooh, so she could heal corruption from herself, and she did start with 1. And then she could let somebody else get a wisdom, or she could sacrifice it for a wisdom for a virtue and to let somebody else lose a corruption, although Michael's not corrupt yet. Okay, prayer is pretty much just getting resources, or we could push back a horseman, like push back death. But don't forget right now, while that event is active, we're also going to lose an innate if we push back death. And his worst effect, I think, is the one that he already landed on, spawning a ton of demons. So we can ignore that. Okay, and then Inspire gets you a lot of the wild resources where you get to pick. So the boon lets you and somebody else get 1. The use lets you get 2. The sacrifice lets you get 3. Somebody else takes some corruption, gets 2 as well. All right. So I'm thinking probably both of these people are going to run in and fight some demons. So let's have Persephone play a smite. We don't want to... This is clearly a scenario where there's a lot of demon spawning, with Asmodeus bringing them from the gates of hell. So I don't want to sacrifice my smite. I want to have the use of that for a while. Which one do I want to sacrifice? Honestly, Inspire is pretty solid, but, it's just kind of generic. And this is going to get us 5 resources total, which is crazy. And Michael can stand to suffer through a little bit of corruption. So we'll sacrifice Inspire. And then, let's see, I'm lowest on Wisdom. Let's do Prayer for a Wisdom and a Virtue. And, So something else to look at, and I know it's a lot all at once, and Persephone is also one of the more complicated characters. I'll show you Michael in a moment. You also have these character abilities. You can use these as many times as you want at any time, like even like in the middle of like an event turn or, when some bad thing is happening. But you can only use the ones that are equal to or less than your current corruption. So with Persephone having 1, she can do Plant Transformation and Raise a Grove, but she can't quite do Control Plants yet. So Plant Transformation lets her draw an extra card. Not right now, but like at the end of the round, so she'll have more options. And it would also get her 1 Wisdom, but it would cost her 2 Prestige and 2 Virtue. Whereas Raise a Grove, she can get Virtue incredibly easily, because look, for 1 Wisdom and 1 Zeal, she gets 1 Prestige and 2 more Virtue. And then once she has Control Plant, she can take some Corruption to just kill a ton of demons, so that's pretty nice. But yeah, all that being said, it looks like she'll need, if she wants to control plants later, maybe she'll need more of her innate, her virtue. So let's do Ambrosia. Okay, and the last card is discarded. So you're always going to end up with 4 cards played. And, well, if you have 4 cards, like, there are effects that can take away hand size. And all the rest discarded. Okay, Michael's going to do the same. He's very much a fighty fight guy. You'll see that his 2 unlocked ones right now, Punish the Wicked as many times as you want. He can spend Faith, this little fire, his innate ability, to defeat demons in his spot. And he can also collect alms. By spending 3 zeal, he can get 2 more faith, more demon killing, and 1 more prestige. And then he has a lot of the same abilities. So Smite we already saw. Judgment's a little bit different. It defeats demons, but at the cost of prestige instead of zeal. Let's see. Heal we didn't see, but that mainly looks like it's getting him more faith. Illuminate and Inspire we already saw. Because you're definitely going to Smite, well, I don't know, Smite or Judgment. Well, I kind of like that Judgment gets a zeal to pay for Smite, and also gets, if I use the boon, gets me Faith for more free attacking. So yeah, let's put Smite there. Judgment as a boon. What's this one do? Sacrifice. If I sacrifice Heal, I get some Prestige, I get some more Faith. Or let somebody else heal, or anyone heal 1 divinity, or just go up. You can go up past your starting value. But I'd have to lose a Wisdom. I already lost a Wisdom. Maybe I'll do the same thing she's doing and just Inspire, and they'll both kind of corrupt each other. Inspirationally corrupt? Sure. And yeah, I mean, Persephone's got some corruption healing, so that's not the worst thing in the world. And then Boon. Do I want more prestige? Well, this one's prestige and faith. And again, if I'm killing lots of demons, faith is going to be valuable. So let's go there. Now, next, each of the characters, unless an effect is preventing it, can move to a different zone. So we're going to have both of them go to North America. And again, we're going to hopefully just wipe this place out. We do need to have 5 out of the 6 zones with 5+ demons in them, but not yet. For now, I'm worried about, letting this place just kind of sit in crazy mode. All right, now Persephone's first. She's got the first player token, so she has to pick one of her areas to resolve. So that means both her boon cards, or her 1 use card, or her 1 sacrifice card, and then Michael will go and do the same thing. It just kind of breaks up the player turn so they don't take too long. I tend to do my boons first because they usually just get you stuff. So with Ambrosia, she's getting 2 virtue, and with Boon, she's getting 1 wisdom, 1 prestige. Boop, boop, boop. There we go. And I think that Michael will do the same. Judgment will get him 1 zeal and 1 faith, and Heal will get him 1 faith and 1 prestige. And yeah, wisdom is still pretty terrible, isn't it? All right, then Persephone, let's go ahead and do the use. We'll just go left to right. So she's going to defeat 3 demons at the cost of 1 zeal. And if she couldn't have paid that, remember she has to take corruption. And they always come in the reverse order. And then if you hit those spots again with demons, you'd have to resolve the cost again. And yeah, Michael's spending his zeal to do the exact same thing. So that gets them down to 3, but we won't want to leave it there. I'll explain why in a moment. Okay, and then they're both inspiring. So they get 3 treasure chests, which is an icon here. These are all the general traits. So it cannot get you the sun, your innate trait, virtue for Persephone. But she could split up the 3 among these any way she wants. Feels like wisdom and zeal are harder to get. So I'll get her 1, 2, 3. And then somebody else, in this case it has to be Michael, gets 1 corruption, but 2 of the wild resources. So that's his first corruption, no problem. And I think he's going to get both wisdom. He's pretty high up on zeal and doing okay on prestige too. Okay, then he's doing the exact same thing to Persephone, so he gets 3. And I don't know, let's get them all to 6. That seems like a nice place to be. She gets her second corruption, which means she can now use control plants if she would like to. And she's getting 2 general. Let's do 1 of each of zeal and wisdom. Now, every character would, for each demon in their space, lose 1 of their divinity, lose 1 of their life. So that'd be 3 damage here. But let's say no. But how do we want to say no? I could use Punish the Wicked 3 times. 1, 2, 3 faith would defeat 3 demons. Nice and easy. Or now that she's unlocked it, I could use Control Plants. She would do this for herself and let somebody else kill 3 demons where they are. But since they're in the same spot, that doesn't matter. Yeah, so that would give her 1 more corruption, getting her to 3. I don't love that. But she would gain a wisdom, gain a prestige, lose 2 virtue. That seems better. So, yeah, we'll go ahead and have her control plans to tear these demons down. Yeah, she got that, lost that, got the corruption. 3 demons. She's letting Michael get some horticultural help destroying. And now neither of them is going to take any divinity damage. Very nice. Although we shouldn't forget that at some point we have to get them both down to 0 to 9. Right now Persephone's at 11 and Michael's at 9 already, so I guess he's okay. Okay, then the third step of the round is hunt for relics. Each of us has to get 1 relic from the reliquary, or reliquary? I forget how to pronounce that. And then we get new relics. And you can get more than 1 if you want, if you can pay the cost, although 1 is required. So you always trash at least 1 card from your deck every round with a sacrifice, and you always add at least 1 card to your deck. So there's always 6 options here. In longer scenarios, you'll eventually get to an Act 2 deck that has even more powerful effects. But let's look at these real quick. We've got a Gate Seal. It's going to cost 3 wisdom and 2 prestige to get it. And let's see, it can push back, wow, Horsemen a ton for some corruption. Ooh, you can use it to deal 1 damage to a demon from every zone. That's pretty great. I like that one a lot. And then, yeah, besides that, it just gets you some zeal and prestige. All right. I'm going to look at the top ones first because those will go away if we don't buy them. So all the top ones go away each round, and then you push up the bottom ones and then fill in. Okay, Jade Books. So this symbol means you get to draw an extra card, just so you have more options. You're still only using 4 cards. Gets wisdom. Everyone gets wisdom. It's pretty cheap, but I find that one a little meh. Like, drawing cards is not necessarily the best thing unless you just get really bad draw. Okay, then finally, a Fern Flower. Oh, you have to add a demon somewhere to take it and take 3 wisdom. They can both afford that. So it's pushing back Horsemen. Ooh, lowering corruption when you sacrifice it. Let somebody else draw cards. Oh, and they lose innate. So it's mainly getting you innate and wisdom. Yeah, those are kind of the main effects of it. That's okay too. None of those are lighting my fire in a scenario that seems to be mostly about demon mitigation. How about the bottom? Witch's Broom. So anybody can get it. Some will show like the innate of a specific character. Like again, Persephone has the Greek pillar and Michael has the Christian flame. But when it's just a sun, it's whoever's innate, so anybody can get this. Now, let me find one. Oh, here we go. The Swan Cloak, I guess this is to go be sexual predator with Lita? Is that who the character was in the myth? The Swan Cloak costs 1 specifically virtue. Doesn't mean that only Greek gods can get it, but if Michael wanted to buy this, since he doesn't have virtue to spend, he would have to take a corruption, which again is the wild resource whenever you need it. But we'll come back to that one. All right, so Witch's Broom. So these ones with an arrow means you get to either pull demons to your location from somewhere else and or push them to a new location. Okay, or you can just kill demons and get wild resources. This means you get to move an extra time as well. Ooh, which would be really good. Yeah, you know what I'm thinking? Witch's Broom. We could use the user boon effect to move into where a ton of demons are from Asmodeus's Open the Gates of Hell, kill just enough of them to keep from losing the game automatically, and then dip back out. I like this one a lot. And we can sacrifice it to kill 1 demon in each zone. So that one seems great. Definitely one of them will get that. Okay, then Swan Cloak, which again would be easier for Persephone to get. Okay, pushes Horsemen back. Oh, gives healing and a decent amount of prestige. That's not too exciting. And what's this last one? A Golem. All right. Very expensive. Jeez. Oh, but I see why. The boon. Usually the boons don't kill demons, but -2 demons and +1 zeal. -3 demons and +1. And somebody else gets to kill a demon. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this one's great. So, both of these are generic enough it's not going to hurt anybody to take them. I think I might have Michael take the Witch's Broom because he has the lower corruption and he has to take 1. So yeah, okay, I'm going to buy this for him. So that's 1 corruption to 2. He has not unlocked his Gather Prayers yet. That needs 3. And he loses 2 faith. It goes in the discard pile, so he's not going to get it for at least another turn. And yeah, Persephone's not really supposed to be the bruiser, but we'll try it out anyway. So the Golem, that's 3 prestige, 2 zeal, yikes, 1 virtue. It's expensive, but once it comes back, I think we'll be really happy. And then again, we could buy more. I don't want to. So these 3 are getting culled, just like our sacrifice cards. And speaking of those, I put them in the discard pile. Don't want to do that by accident. The Swan Cloak moves up, and then we're filling in all the empty spaces. All right, I see some fun stuff there. I mean, a sword and a bow seem pretty good for a fighty scenario, but we'll look at those later. Because first we need to end the round. We're going to advance time. Draw a new hand of 5 relics. Check if we've triggered any loss or win conditions, advance the hour marker, and pass the first player token. So they're each drawing a new hand of 5. We'll see those soon. We haven't lost or won yet, but now the hour is 7, which means we're going to spawn 7 new friends in a second. And Michael is going to be the new... Oh, this is fun. I noticed it has the 4 horsemen heads on here. The miniatures are pretty cool. Michael's going to be the first player for this next round. But first, let's event it up. So Death Rides again moves over, and then we draw a new one for here. The Bubonic Plague. Okay, so whenever disease advances, somebody has to lose a wisdom. Then it's going to make disease advance, death advance. Oh, God, I don't really want that. And then spawn 2, and then 2 sets of 3 demons? What's the other option? Okay, so let disease advance anyway, so we'd still lose the wisdom. -4, specifically virtue. Persephone does have enough, although that would be everything. -2 wisdom we can easily do, and then everyone gains a corruption. I don't love that. And everyone loses 3 prestige. Yeah, you know what? I really don't like the idea of death specifically and so many horsemen advancing, so I'm gonna suck it up and tank this one. So, disease advances, which means we have to lose a book. And we get 3 demons somewhere. Great. And for now, let's put South America. It's not doing anything yet. And Michael can lose the 1 book from advancing. Okay, then, yeah, we got to do all this. Since it's not a sun, but specifically this, we're going to lose all of that. But she can get it back pretty quickly with Razor Grove. -2 wisdom. She'll lose 1, and Michael will lose another one. I don't want to hit her too hard. And yeah, everybody gets a corruption and loses 3 prestige. That definitely hurts. Prestige is a cost for buying a lot of cards. She's up to 4 corruption. So she can manipulate Earth now. Move guys around where she is, get zeal, but she loses virtue. And then somebody else gets to draw an extra card and gets corrupted and gains their core stat. Yeah, not necessarily going to use that. Okay, and then I get 3. Now I can do Gather Prayers. I corrupt somebody else, but I get... Oh, there's no cost besides the corruption. It's just general resources and faith. That's pretty cool. And yeah, he lost his prestige already. But we have prevented the Bubonic Plague, so that's not going to affect us at all. But what is, sadly, is part 2 of Death Rides again. Death advancing once, and then any 1 horseman advancing once of our choice. Okay, so Death does it, and somebody takes a damage. I'll have it be Persephone, since she's above the 9 we need to reach. And then, that's 2 different spawns of 2 demons. or somebody getting corrupted. I don't love that. Oh, never mind. This didn't happen. Oh, did it happen? It did happen. That's right. We did have to advance these disease. Okay, famine would be -2, zeal -2 prestige. No, we just lost so much prestige. Let's do war. So 2 demons spawning in 2 spots. And since we can still do it without negative effect, let's have South America be at 6, which is 5 or more. So we've fulfilled 1 thing for Asmodeus. And then 2 more. Maybe Africa for now. And all right, there we go. We survived the events. So now we go into the player phase again. But upkeep, got to put 7 more demons down, which honestly seems kind of perfect for us to do right where we are, because we're losing a single wisdom, which Persephone can certainly avoid. And then again, we can leave them there to fulfill Asmodeus' thing, or we can fight some more of them. We'll see how our cards look. Okay, so Michael's first this time. We got Prayer, Judgment again to fight. Oh, so we got 2 fighting cards again. Inspire again, Illuminate again. What are we really low on? I kind of want to, I don't want to throw away Illuminate. That's the only one that gets us a lot of prestige. So I think I'm going to play that to get a bunch more prestige. I definitely want to use one of my fighty ones. I got a ton of zeal from Michael. Let's have him use the smite again. And then, Judgment will get smite and faith back. I mean, he's doing okay. Maybe I do inspire because I want to give Persephone more stuff. Yeah, so let's do that. And then, I could push back a horseman, but I don't know if I want to. Gosh, if I do sacrifice, I can kill. I mean, he could kill like 7 demons all by himself. Oh, but he'd get more corrupted. And then I would have less attacks. Although the witch, well, yeah, the witch's broom I want to kind of have with attacky cards. So no, but I don't really want to push a horseman back either. You know what? Let's switch this up a little bit. Let's do that, and let's sacrifice Inspire again. Oh, man, it's going to make her get corrupted, though. Darn it. Okay, whatever. I'll push the horseman back. Maybe I'll push back Death. That's not the end of the world. And then, yeah, I'll give her something. I'll discard Judgment. Okay. Now, as for Persephone, I think we've seen all these except Pomegranate. She's got 2 of these. Oh, good. It lowers corruption on herself. We're definitely going to do that. She can push demons, or she can move demons more. Yeah, so, okay, definitely -1. Oh, I could do -2, couldn't I? But she has literally 0 virtue. So maybe Ambrosia to get a lot of virtue makes more sense. Yeah, let's do Ambrosia. Maybe I do pomegranate seeds, +1 wisdom, and +1 virtue. That sounds pretty good for a use. And then maybe she'll just sacrifice her Inspire? Although it is going to corrupt Michael, and he's already got a lot of stuff. Well, whatever. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. She didn't get any other attacks. She doesn't have any other attacks, I don't think. Which means, yeah, we're going to have to use some powers or move to some weaker spots if we want to kill some of these guys. Let's talk about moving. Michael's got 3 attack. Persephone has none, but her Ambrosia will be able to pull or push somebody. So let's leave North America for now. Have Michael clear out Africa. We'll let these 2 build up and hope we don't get overwhelmed. And then, yeah, she can push somebody from like Europe maybe over to Asia or vice versa. Maybe she'll go to Asia. Okay. So Michael's first. Again, unless we have a good reason, I'm not going to like change up the order. So we'll gain 3 prestige from Illuminate, 1 of anything, give 1 of anything. Sorry, 1 of anything except Faith from Inspire. And yeah, I guess he'll get Wisdom. Sure. Now let's see. What's she going to get? She's... Oh, no. Pomegranate makes her lose prestige. So, yeah, let's get prestige here. Yeah, then speaking of, so she's going to lose 1 prestige. She'll lose a corruption. And then get 2 virtue. So, boom, boom, boom. She's still pretty pretty poor here. Okay, then simple enough. Michael will spend 1 zeal to smite the demons with him. Smack, there they go. And Persephone's eating some pomegranate seeds. Oh, wait, crud. Other gets to move a demon. Well, too late. So... yeah, she's getting 1 wisdom, 1 virtue. That part is good. I like that. And yeah, then Michael can pull somebody to him or push somebody from him. Now, Persephone can take 1 damage from that demon. It's not really a big deal. Maybe let's get North America not quite so crazy. So Michael will take a damage too. Okay, and then Prayer. Pushing back a horseman, losing a wisdom, gaining a zeal. So there we go. Whenever we push a horseman, we got to lose 1 innate because of the ongoing effect. And yeah... that was such a minor effect for Death. Let's push him there and just let him do that again. And also, of course, he's the one who's going to keep on advancing 1 more time, so we don't want to let him get too far. All right, so that card's sacrificed. And Persephone's got Inspire again. So 3 general and given a corruption and 2 general to Michael. Gosh. Yeah, she really just needs prestige, I think. So let's try to balance our things out. Whereas Michael, let's Let's get 2 wisdom. Now he's got 4 corruption, so not quite enough for smite the heathens yet. And then they are each with 1 demon, so Michael's down to 8. So he's 4 away, 4 moves, because again, if they equal each other from being fallen. All right, it's Persephone's down to 9. And they each got to buy something. Let's check our new options. The Staff of Moses, as you might imagine, that requires the Christian resource, faith. Pushes disease specifically, and he is up there, and any other horseman if you sacrifice it. But it mainly, all kill 3 demons? Now, that's not going to be as good in a 2-player game, though, to let every single character kill 3 demons where they are. But still, that's a pretty cool ability. But yeah, -3 faith and -2 zeal, that's expensive. I don't know about that one. We saw the swan cloak. Okay, 3 sacred treasures. Per sacred treasure acquired. Oh, okay. So I guess this would be one of them. So it seems like they combo with other ones, I guess. So, if you're more corrupted, you kill demons with it. This one's okay. Oh, this lotus tree. Okay, when you sacrifice it, you take away corruption. I do like that. This is specifically for Persephone, and she would need to use all 3 of her virtue to get it. But it lets her get virtue back pretty quickly, including if she's not too corrupted. Oh, it moves demons around, although moving is not necessarily what I want. Also gets rid of corruption on use. That one's looking pretty good maybe for her for healing. Okay, Seer Stone. This is another faith one, probably better for Michael. Lets you draw a card and then discard and gain the relic's boon. Oh, interesting. So if I do use, I also get the boon. If I do sacrifice, I also get the use. But it's mainly just getting me faith. That's kind of it. So I think I want this one more. I remember this being good. Tristan's bow. Yeah, so look at this. It's very expensive. Oh, it actually heals him 1 to take it, but -2 prestige. Zeal. -3 prestige. -3 faith. Use, I get to kill 1 demon in each of 3 different zones. It's pretty great. Or sacrifice, 1 zone kill 1, 2 zones kill 2, 3 zones kill 2. So it literally hits the entire friggin' board. Yeah, we're going for this one. Okay, so she's going to get this one for healing because I'm worried about corruption. He's going to get this one for murdering. And those are about to get shuffled in, so we could even draw them next time. Okay, Persephone is out of virtue again. I don't love that. Then Michael's healing 1, so he's back at the maximum he can have at the end. -2, -3. He's almost out of faith as well. These are expensive cards. And once again, only 1 of these moves up. And we get a bunch of stuff. Okay, and then at the end, we're advancing to hour 6. So only 6 demons spawning next time, only. We're just going to shuffle and draw 5, and Persephone is going to be first again. All right, Death is going to be done riding in a second. Let's see what our new event is. Global warming. Oh my god. No free move each round? I don't know if we can let that happen. All right, so let's see. The first round, famine would move forward, and we couldn't push any of the horsemen that round. Second round, we got to spawn 7 demons. And the third round, one of us we split the loss of 2 wisdom between us, and then everyone loses 2 faith virtue. That's rough. Okay, alternative. The most forward of the horsemen moves 1. That's not too bad. 4 demons. That's not too bad. Oh my gosh, everyone loses 4 prestige and then 2 of their choice. We can sort of kind of afford that. I'm just really worried about not moving for free. How are we gonna deal with the demons, man? I think I'm gonna cancel this one too. I really don't want to lose all my resources here, but I think I kind of gotta. I don't know. All right, yeah, whatever. We'll try it. Okay, so we have to do the most. So let's have death. Well, now hold on. Actually, I do need to check because usually you resolve them right to left. Do I cancel this one before I do the 3, or do I do the 3? Let me check that real quick. Okay, double check. They did it right last time. You cancel first, then you resolve. Okay, so we're going to pick war as the most advanced. We have to lose 1 zeal. We'll lose it from Michael. He's got the most. And we got to spawn 4 demons, and in a different place where then we're going to spawn a ton from Asmodeus in a second. Okay, let's do that. Let's see. We can exactly fit 4 before negative stuff starts happening right here, okay? And yeah, this is the roughest part. We got to all lose 4 prestige and 2 of our choice. I don't know. 1, 2. Gosh. Yeah, see, canceling these tends to make you so resource poor. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. Oh no, can you say corruption? I'll get rid of wisdom. But he's up to 5 corruption now because he couldn't pay all 4 of the prestige. He's 4 away from being fallen. That's not good. Although, hey, he can smite the heathens now. If he had prestige to spend, he could spend 2 to kill 3 people where he is, but somebody else would get corruption and zeal. Okay, so that was the canceling, but death still advances 1, which means we just lose 1 life. Or divinity, I should say, definitely going to be Persephone. Not even thinking about it, because, yeah, she's not as corrupted. Okay, then before we take any actions, Asmodeus demands some more demons. 6 this time. Okay, that would lose us a zeal. That loses 2 things. Oh, got prestige? No. We'll do this. Okay. Europe. 2, 3, 4, 1 zeal, 6. We'll take it from Michael again to keep things kind of balanced. So, hey, our life is where Asmodeus wants it. We only need 1 more zone at 5+ demons to make her happy, or him happy, or it happy. But we also don't want to lose the game or die. So, we'll see how that happens. But hey, we can move. We don't have to stay where the demons are. That's good at least. All right, so Persephone should be first this time. I think I need more prestige. So let's do Illuminate. Gets you 3 as a boon and 4 as a use. So it's not really worth doing the use spot. I can't sacrifice it yet because that's my only main way to get it. She did get her new golem. So she could kill 3 people wherever she is. And then let somebody else kill an extra one. But she could also get rid of some corruption with Ambrosia. But then Ambrosia is also the only thing that lets her get virtue. I think she has to do that. She is out of that. So that'll take care of the 2 resources I'm basically poor on. I mean, yeah, I might as well use the golem. Or could she? She could go here and attack. No, I don't want to lose 2 zeal, even though it gets me prestige. Oh, and somebody else would get faith? Yeah, let's do the use for the golem. And then, so if I sacrifice this, I kill somebody and somebody. Oh, so actually, she can go to somewhere with 6 demons and defeat them all. Or push back a horseman. No, we still get a negative for that while death is out. So yeah, okay. It's going to be taking away her attack, so she won't have nearly as much. But let's smite and golem, I guess. Okay, then Michael's got the cool little witch's broom thing where he can, you can do these in any order. So he can like move and tuck some demons around, but then also run away. Which makes me think I should do like, well, I definitely want to do Illuminate because he's also at a prestige. And then I'm thinking smite for my use to kill some people. Witch's broom to move around. And then, what do I sacrifice? Actually, my other Inspire makes, oh god, it's going to corrupt her. Well, she's not as bad on corruptions. Yeah, I think I'll use this because we need to really shore up our resources again. Although neither of us is getting a ton of green, so that is what it is. All right, so she's first. She'll Illuminate for 3 prestige and Ambrosia for 2 virtue. Oh wait, I have to pick around moving. So she's killing 6, and he's killing 3, but then running. So if she can kill the full 6, there's no negative to putting 6 down. She'll go to South America and clean it out completely. And then, oh, that's not her. There we go. And then if he's killing 3 and then running, let's have him go to like Europe and then maybe join her in South America afterwards, because that's the one with the most we need to clean out a bit. All right, so with that in mind, let's just go ahead and do the most important thing. So he is not going to do the broom yet. He'll smite 1 zeal, but 3 demons dead. And then he will dip out of there in a second. Okay, now it's her turn. Pretty basic. So she'll do the golem. She's defeating 3. She's getting 1 virtue. Yay. And somebody, oh, that's right. He gets to defeat an extra demon as well. That's cool. So that's 3 for her, 1 for him. And then he's going to do these. So he'll get 3 more prestige. And he can do these in any order. He can push or pull demons, move himself, and get 2 virtues. So he's getting prestige and virtue back. Yay. Or sorry, not virtue for him, faith. Let's see if he can move 2 people. I'd kind of like to get this place to exactly 5. So let's pull off 1 from each of these. And then he will run. He can run to Asia. Why not? Okay, then she's sacrificing a smite. She only has 1 zeal left, but she has cleaned out these demons, although we need to get some back on the board. And he's sacrificing Inspire again. That's his last one. So he's getting 3. Let's get actually all zeal. I know he needs more of that. There we go. And then he's corrupting. He's just a bad influence on Persephone. 4. She can manipulate Earth again. That's right. She had healed herself. And then she gets 2. She'll also get zeal. So we're in a nice semi-recovered, semi-balanced place. And yeah, no damage to take. That was good. And now let's look at any cards that grab our attention. Okay, Halo. Better for Michael. Oh, he has to hurt himself to take it. But it gets him a faith back. Defeats demons. Ooh, and gets rid of corruption. I mean, that's so good right there by itself. Yeah. And you can easily afford to pay for it. Yeah, I'm just going to get the Halo. I think that makes sense. Seems thematically appropriate too, right? So he has cut himself down to 8 divinity. Lost 1 faith, but that card's going to be great when he gets to it. And then Persephone, anything calling out. Gosh, these are expensive. Both of these would force her to take corruption because they require faith. Oh gosh, this one does too. So maybe these ones? All right, let's see. Mana Surge. She could afford all of that, although not easily. It would let her fight more, which is good because she got rid of her fighting. And give her pretty good generation, except that one costs a ton. Or this one pretty much just gets her. Yeah, I like the idea of her having just sacrificed an attack card. I think she did, getting a Mana Surge. So let's do this. Oh, crap. I think that was there. But gosh, she's almost out of wisdom. She's almost out of prestige. She's almost out of zeal. We are broke. Hey, this time a couple of our friends are going to come back. Where are some of those Greek-only things? Silver bullets? No. Peacock's feather? No. Solomon's ring? That's Christian only. Or not Christian only. Ooh, holy water is Greek? Huh, all right, whatever. Oh, wait, is this a misprint? It has the faith symbol here, but the Greek... Yeah, I think that's supposed to be two faith, but whatever. Again, first player's passing back to Michael. We're in hour 5, so this is going to be the 4th round, halfway through the game. We're going back to the events. So Death Rides again is done. Woo! But what's our new one? Succession of Offerings. Okay, so this does limit your use of cards. So it says Wisdom, no sacrifice or use. So you have to look at your cards. So Prayer is a Wisdom card. That's it right now for Persephone. And then Michael, also has none. So it seems like this won't be too bad. But when it says no sacrifice use, that means for the 3 rounds that it's active, you couldn't put them in these 2 spots. Any wisdom cards would have to go in Boon or not get played at all. Okay, how bad is the actual effect? Spawn, oh god, no. Everyone lose 4 prestige? That would be so much corruption. Maybe we're not going to keep this one. Everyone lose 2 wisdom, that's also not great. And a ton of demon spawns. I don't actually mind that as much. Okay, this one would move a horseman forward. I would have to lose 3 faith. Michael would have to take a corruption for that. 3 zeal we could handle. Oh, that's everyone 3 zeal? So that would be a corruption for Persephone. Everyone prestige. Oh my gosh. Okay. Is there any way? I'm forgetting about like the conversion abilities and stuff. Is there any way for us to get some prestige right now? She can get it by raising a grove. So if she spent 1 wisdom and 1 zeal, she would get 2 virtue and 1 prestige. Which is not the best and not the worst. She would still have to take 2 corruption to deal with this. She would almost be fallen. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna cancel again. I don't really want to. So this says I have to advance the most advanced horseman. Or would add 2 more demons and lose this a zeal. Or just lose a wisdom. Yeah, I think I'll do that, and Michael can lose the wisdom. He's got 4. Okay, we have 3 demons. That's not the worst. Then we're about to add 5 more. Put them in Oceania. There we go. Okay, then 3 faith. Gather prayers. He doesn't have enough corruption to use. So it would make her corrupted, but he would gain a faith, so he wouldn't get an extra corruption. He would get 1 of whatever he wants, and she would get 1 of whatever she wants, which would definitely help us out. Okay, yeah, we're going to use that. So remember, you can use these at any time as long as you have the right corruption. Okay, so he's getting 1 zeal, since we're about to lose a ton of that. Okay, so there we go. And he gets 1 faith, but she's corrupted from him gathering her prayers away, I guess. And she gets 1 of something else. 5 Gs. But yeah, she'll get a zeal, because then we got to each pay 3 zeal. Oh, he has to pay 3 faith, so that's all of his faith gone. She has to pay 3 zeal and 1 prestige. Wow. And then it's not quite as bad for him. But yeah, we're not in a great place. And then it's hour 5. We got to add 5 more demons. She doesn't have to stay in South America. Let's put him there. And in a way, that's good, right? We need to have, 5 places with 5 each. So we're currently pretty close to that. Next time we're looking at 4, then 3, then 2, then 1, and then 0. So kind of it should get easier, theoretically. Although I'm really worried about us dying. Okay, so let's see. Do we have anything that like heals corruption? Oh god, judgment adds corruption? It's not what so literally nothing he has heals corruption. I still want to get more. So what can I like safely sacrifice? I could use the bow to just like clean out a crud ton. Oh, but I take all my faith too? No. That would make me more corrupted. Ooh, this one sacrificing actually like gets me stuff and heals other people. Yeah, okay, we'll sacrifice heal. And then I think I want to boon illuminate to get more prestige. Does anything get me? The bow would get me, or well, we use the bow to shoot people elsewhere because I can kill 1 guy in 3 zones. So I'll use the bow and then use one of my 2 judgments for a boon. Okay, that's pretty good. And now Persephone, you got some healing for me, right? Oh, that heals damage. That's good. Boon. Oh, she can't even afford it, but she could pomegranate seed away some stuff. Oh, this one, right? Didn't I get this for like healing or something? Yeah. Oh, yes. Okay. So using it would just let her heal a corruption. That's pretty good. Ambrosia would also heal a corruption. Okay, so she's got tons of corruption healing. So let's try to do the boon to lower corruption. She just needs to get some prestige or she'll take it right back. Oh, the lotus tree is great. Let's get the lotus tree for a ton of resources. What am I sacrificing? I think I'll sacrifice Ambrosia because that'll get her resources she needs and it would let Michael get less corrupted. So they both become less corrupted, although I hate that I won't have it anymore. And then what am I using? She's lower on blue than... Okay, so we'll use prayer. All right. And then in terms of movement, Michael's shooting people from far away, and she's not attacking anybody. So they're both just going to run over here for now. And, just hide from the demons, I guess. All right, so Michael will go first. I think he might want to... I don't know. I guess let's do his boons first. So 3 prestige, 1 zeal, 1 faith. I love that. He's definitely in a much better place than Persephone, but they're both pretty close to dying. Okay, and then I think she's okay. If I use the Lotus Tree first, she gets blue, purple, and green. And then she loses a corruption and loses the 1 prestige she just got. So not ideal, but at least she's healed a bit. Okay, then pretty simple. He's going to arrow 1 guy per zone from 3 different zones. So let's see. This one has 6, so that's an obvious one. Maybe from the 3, and then we'll get this one that's getting close to making us pay another zeal. So I need to get those back up eventually, but I think the automatic spawning will do that naturally. Okay, and then she'll go ahead and sacrifice Ambrosia. So she's getting a wisdom and a virtue. We need these. Can she get these with her powers? Manipulate Earth kind of work. Yeah, well, she'd corrupt him though. Anyway, yeah, and then he's losing corruption. So they're both a little bit farther back from the brink of death. Or not death, but being fallen. Again, if they're both falling, we lose. Okay, then he's sacrificing, so he gets 2 prestige. I want to give this to somebody else. 1, and then anybody can lose a wisdom. He'll lose the wisdom, and anybody can gain healing. Do it. I mean, they're both at 4 corruption and 8 divinity. We'll do it to Persephone, and then she's using this. That's right, I already sacrificed the other one. Just get 2 wisdom. Yeah, so I'm not liking this at all. Gosh, you might not have very many options to buy cards either. But happily, no monster damage. No any of that nastiness. And we get to buy some cards. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Persephone has 5 wisdom, 6 virtue, and literally nothing else. Ooh, Peacock's Feather just requires 4 virtue. Ooh, and -2 corruption when you sacrifice it. And this symbol here, these mean you can swap resources between each other. So like change a zeal into a virtue or something. Actually, this one seems great for her. So she's definitely buying that. Peacock's Feather for 4 versus 6 virtue. Yay. Meanwhile, for Michael, again, most of these are fine for him. It's a Silver Bullets one. Oh my gosh. From among 3 different zones, kill 7 demons total. But 5 zeal, he's only got 3. Yeah, he doesn't have any good abilities to gain them easily, so I don't really want to gain 2 more corruption. How about this one? Hurting himself. Oh, he doesn't have enough wisdom. He barely has enough faith. No. Again, the Holy Water, I think, should be 2 faith if he gets a misprint. So he could afford that. He could afford that. Oh, he could actually afford all of this. Ooh, it heals somebody else, but out of corruption. Oh, it does a lot of healing. It also gets a lot of resources. Yeah, I mean, it's not my favorite, but at least he can afford it easily. Well, easily might be overstating it because he is, except for purple, he's pretty poor again. All right, so we're past the halfway mark. Hour 4. All right, come on. Give me like a less nasty event now that those necessarily exist. The Throne. Oh, -3 prestige. Why y'all killing me on the prestige here? Crud. Okay, but it's just, oh my gosh, it's so many demons. No sacrifice or use of command. Or we had 2 demons. One of us loses a green. That's fine. Everyone loses 3 zeal. God, that would pretty much kill me too. And then, oh my gosh, we each lose 1 wisdom per corruption. I don't know what we do. I guess we'll try to let it happen. I guess, I don't know. Is there any way to get some more? Oh, I think Michael can give her zeal, maybe? But no, that's right. This one is just going to literally murder us. No, I think we need to let it happen. Okay, so -3 prestige. Let's see if we can mitigate that a little bit. And 3 demons. We'll do 3 demons first. That part's pretty easy. Or do we want to go there? Yeah, well, okay, Michael can lose the 3 prestige, no problem. And then I think he can give her prestige. Am I making that up? Yeah, I think I am. Oh, she can get herself prestige with Raise and Grow. But she has no zeal. Can he give her zeal? No, his current corruption, he can't. What do I need? 3 prestige. Okay. Okay, this is a bit goofy, but let's try this. Let's try him gathering prayers 3 times. So each time he's getting a faith, that's 3, and then 3 of whatever he wants. Let's go like 1, 2, 3, I guess. Then he's given her 3 corruption and 3 of whatever. And the whatever will be prestige. Okay, and then she's 2 away from being fallen, which again doesn't lose us the game. It just means that whenever she would have to take more damage or gain more corruption, she instead has to move a horseman forward, which yeah, is not great. Although now she can control shadows. That's a lot of corruption. Maybe not. But yeah, we've survived the first event, and they're just gonna do more demons now, and we can kill demons, right? That's kind of what we've been going for. But speaking of demons, we got to put out 4 more. I guess where we are, right, is gonna be the best. We don't want to slam any one region too much. All right, Persephone, what can you do? She got Golem again. That would kill 3 of the guys where she is. A pomegranate seed to lower corruption, although she needs prestige to do it, but that Oh, that's right. She spent these 3 prestige. She doesn't have them. Where is like her illuminate to gain more prestige? Yeah, she didn't draw it. Anything else get her prestige? Okay, the lotus tree gets her a lot of stuff. Let's definitely do that one again for boon. Oh, right. We can't command for use or sacrifice, and that was a command. So, peacock's feather. We also can only do a boon, which would get her 2 virtue and let her mix and move some demons. Meh. Yeah, I think maybe the pomegranate seed, although it's going to leave her with no prestige again. Well, let's definitely use the golem to kill some more stuff. Ooh, or maybe, oh no, she would need 2 zeal. I was going to say maybe we sacrifice it and get her 3 stuff. Oh, but if we use mana surge, we'll get 2 zeal. Okay, there's a plan. I like my golem. And we still have a lot more guys to kill, but and that's not command. Okay. And I can't use command for the peacock's feather, so I have to use the pomegranate seeds, which that's not really what I want to do. Well, it'll be okay. It'll be okay. That's fine. Sad to see my golem go, though. Okay, as for Michael, any command? No command. Oh, we got Halo and Trist. Ooh, Halo's defeats monsters and heals corruption. Ooh, and then Illuminate, more prestige. I think we definitely want that. Then maybe... So between Halo and the bow, he could kill 3 guys, so we'd probably take almost no damage. So yeah, maybe we use the bow to get some more stuff. Use the Halo to heal some corruption. And then get it right back with... Oh, wait, that's too many. He'd be killing 7? There are no places with 7. This would be a little bit of a waste. But that's okay. We'll sacrifice 1 of the judgments. All right, so she's first. Let's just get a lot of stuff. It's 2 wisdom. God, I wish I had... I mean, she can use wisdom to raise a grove, but she needs zeal as well. 2 wisdom. Oh, there we go. 2 zeal. No, there we go. 1 prestige. 2 virtue. That was pretty good. Oh, wait, we gotta move. Darn it. So she's killing 4. She'll stay right where she is. And then all of them only have 5. Really wasting Michael's stuff that much. Well, so be it. No, she didn't have any way to like move people, did she? Yeah. All right. So he'll kill Africa. And then she's getting rid of 4. So she'll stay where she is. Okay. And then now he'll do his boon. So he gets 3 prestige. Defeats 1 demon. And he gets a zeal and a faith. So yeah, he's looking pretty balanced again. She's not. Oh, here we go. Pomegranate seed. Awesome. Oh, but she can only move from where she is or push. So hold on a second. Let's have her go somewhere else. Because she can push somebody to Michael just for him to kill it. So she'll go to North America. And then when she uses the pomegranate seed, she can... Oh, wait. That's somebody else pulling. So no, it doesn't matter. She'll stay where she is. He gets to pull somebody. He'll pull from North America. That's the other effect. She gets a wisdom and a virtue again. Darn it. Really need to look out for cards that give these resources. I can't just ignore that kind of stuff. Okay, Michael's going to Halo, 2 damage, and heal a corruption just for a second before he eats the rest of these guys and gets it right back. Persephone's going to sacrifice her golem. I really hate this. And she loses both her zeal. Great. But she does get 3 prestige, and I feel like the events are targeting that a lot. Somebody else gets 2 green. That'll be Michael, obviously. And yeah, she's killing all 4 demons in her spot. So yeah, we're still keeping the demon killing going pretty consistently. I like that. And then Michael's killing 4 demons. He doesn't quite have enough. Getting 2 zeal. Yay. Getting 1 corruption. Boo. But he can definitely buy something good. All right, cool. And Persephone's still pretty much dead. And also has, like, no zeal. Okay, we'll see how this goes. Ooh, golden axe. Gets her plus 2 zeal and plus yellow and purple is great. And kills a ton of guys. Yeah, she's got green. Doesn't take any blue. She's got purple. She doesn't have any zeal, so God, it would corrupt her again. And she'd add more demons? Maybe not. How about for Michael? Maybe this great church? He's definitely got the faith and such. Gets him more faith and zeal. Oh, and if you sacrifice it for Great Church's sacrifice, I guess you do this when 0 other ones have been. Yeah, I don't know. That's not that exciting unless you have a longer game where you can do a bunch of them. Ooh, Thunderbolts for Persephone. But once again, she has no zeal. Bunch of damage and gets her some more zeal. Ooh, never mind. We're going to do this. Gate Seal. Look, 3 wisdom. She's got a ton of wisdom. 2 prestige. She's got some prestige. And then it gets her more prestige and zeal. And let somebody else get zeal. And she can, defeat 1 demon in each zone. Sacrifice to, well, we just want sacrifice. So she'll do this one, if only for the resource generation and because she can pay for it. And sadly, all the stuff that I really want isn't good for him because it's specific to her. I'm not that excited about Great Church. I guess Forbidden Fruit, he can pay for it. Oh, it's going to make him corrupted again. But it can lower corruption when I sacrifice it. All right, I'll try it. I don't know if Michael should be taking the Forbidden Fruit. That seems like probably a bad idea. 5 corruption, -1 prestige, -2 faith. That part at least is super chill and easy. All right, that golden axe is still there. I'd love to get her some zeal and buy that next time. We got a lance, a grail sword, a sling stone, a love potion. Some cool options coming up. We're getting near to the end, everybody. 3rd hour. Currently, we are clearly not beating Asmodeus' thing, but more demons are coming. What I'm really worried about is this. Okay, so that's going to spawn, get back there, death, 5 demons in a second. And, okay, whenever we play a faith card in any slot, we get +1 demon. I assume it would be Michael. Oh, none. Yeah, all right, so that's not too bad. Oh, this is the possession one, the one that always comes out for her. Okay, everyone. Ooh, this turn for the card we sacrifice, you do the use effect instead, but the card still goes away. That's round 1. Round 2, every zone gets a demon. And everyone, instead of a free move, you have to move to the zone with the most demons. That's actually not too bad. And then, once again, everyone sacrifice instead of use again. I mean, gosh, I'm definitely doing that instead of adding 6 demons in 3 different spots and everyone getting corrupted. No. Okay, but if we use a faith card, we're going to get that. Okay, so this turn, our sacrifice will only do use, and we have to add 5 demons somewhere. And then 3 more after that. So let's go with a 5 here in Asia. That'll get us another place with 5 or more for the victory condition. And then for the 3 more, we have so much wisdom. Let's put it in North America and have another one over 5. And Persephone can lose the wisdom. So cool, we've got 4 places at 5, 1 just under. We're going to add 2 next time. And then, oh my gosh, even more from that throne event. But still, I'm feeling sort of okay. So Michael's got, okay, definitely illuminate, right? We want more prestige. Oh, and Witch's Broom again. I can do my little trick to fly him where there's a lot of guys and kill some of them. Holy Water for some healing. Yeah, they're both. Actually, he's not at 9. So if he used it, oh, that's right. We can't, what is it? Yeah, command cards. Okay, he doesn't have any command cards either. So he's totally free to use whatever he wants. So I'm thinking like maybe oh, that's right. I want to kill guys though. I could use one smite and sacrifice the other. That would let him kill 6 people and let her kill 1 wherever she is. Because I don't think she has any attacking otherwise. So that seems pretty good. Yeah, I think I need to do that. Then illuminate. And then I don't know if I want to use a Witch's Broom this time because I think he'll probably just stay wherever he is. So maybe Holy Water, that gets me so many resources. Yeah, let's do that. Let's definitely do that. All right, so we're killing like 7 people. And yeah, as expected, she has 0 attack. Anything get her zeal? Nothing gets her zeal. Oh, that's right. Whatever she sacrifices gets used instead, which means this is actually killing 3 people and not doing the extra one. That's not too bad. But that does matter for whatever else I do. I definitely want to illuminate to get more stuff. Oh, does she have command? She does not have command. And she doesn't have faith. Okay, so she's also free to play whatever she wants. I mean, the use for Ambrosia to remove corruption seems super good here. So yeah, let's do that. And then pomegranate seeds would get her gone another corruption. So we're not going to kill much this turn, which is maybe bad. Okay, then we can sacrifice one of these. Instead, we'll just get 2 blue. But whatever, those aren't the best cards anyway. All right, and moving. Michael's going to kill 6. And then her pomegranate seed is going to let me push somebody. So if we go to North America, yeah. So we can both go to North America. Michael will clear it out. She'll help, and then we'll be safe. Okay. Oh, wait, did we add the extra ones for the round? I don't think we did. Yes, we got to put 3 more down. Africa seems great for that. And the next time 2, and the next time 1, we're almost there. All right, let's get stuff. 5 prestige, 1 faith, 1 wisdom. Awesome. Now I just wish I could give all of it to Persephone so we could more easily deal with stuff. Well, except for Zeal, she's not too bad. She's getting 3 prestige. Oh, and then -1 to heal 1 corruption. Yay. So she is not going to be fallen, hopefully. Oh, whoops. Yeah, that was both of them. Okay, then what the hey? I'll just resolve both of these because, again, the sacrifice is use instead this turn. So he's losing 2 Zeal, killing 6 demons. All but 1 from North America. And then she's giving somebody else a wisdom. And, oh, wait a second. Oh, crud, I didn't push anybody, so we're going to take some damage. But yeah, she's healing a corruption at the cost of a virtue and then getting 2 wisdom. Which seems smarter before I knew we were getting hit. Okay, there's 1 untouched demon there. Which means now she's down to 7. 2 away from corruption. She could heal twice and still be in Asmodeus' range. Gosh, he's also within 2. Okay, new relics. Healing, killing, resources, zeal for Persephone. Any of those are great. Actually, wait a second. We're not taking damage. I forgot about his abilities. Let's spend a freaking faith to kill the 1 demon before we get hurt. Obviously. Yeah, that's a billion times better than being almost dead. Okay, now where was I? Gosh, darn it. This is the only one that doesn't require faith. Okay, whatever. She's going to get the golden axe and just take some corruption. I don't care. This is a cool one. I want it. So, it's a zeal, which she can't pay. It's a corruption. She can do the prestige. She can do 2 virtue. And she has to add 2 to North America, but they already attacked, so that part's good, and she's going to murder some people with it. Now, he, on the other hand, has all kinds of options. Wow, the Grail Sword kills 6 guys and heals you? Yeah, we're doing this. We got the zeal for it. We barely got the faith for it. We're making it happen. All right, and we're almost to the end. Only 2 rounds left. Let's see if we can survive. Hours counting down to 2. We're still not dead, although we do need more demons. We're definitely fine on the life thing. But I don't think more demons is going to be a problem because, oh my god, we get another. So it is the last event. We don't get a new one in the next turn. But what does happen is this final card will resolve both its 2 and its 3 next round. Okay. So anytime we gain corruption, we also lose wisdom and gain prestige. It's actually not too bad because we need prestige more than wisdom right now. Okay, we add a demon everywhere. We sacrifice the top card of the hero deck with no benefits. That part's not too bad. Everyone loses 3 of their green. That part's pretty bad. Add a demon everywhere, and we have to purchase a random relic from the reliquary at cost. We got to pay for it. Now, if we just trash this, each of the Horsemen moves 4 is 1, but everyone gets +4? Oh my god. Well, seeing the Horsemen, kind of nasty. But they're all choice. Like, everything they're adding lets us choose where to do it. I'm canceling this one. Because that way I'm canceling the 1, the 2 and the 3 next round. So, yes. Okay. So let's do this first. Each of the Horsemen moves forward. So, death's getting pretty close. That's 1 demon, on one of us, so it's going to be in the same spot. And -1 wisdom. Persephone has a ton, so that'll be her. This guy corrupts somebody. We'll make it Michael. He's a little bit better. He's at 6 now. War. Adding 2 demons, -1 zeal. Michael can pay the zeal. And actually, I'm realizing the demons don't have to go where we are. They can go anywhere. That's what those symbols mean. Oh, crud. All right, sorry. I just realized this. There will be a much earlier timestamp to correct this, but you're supposed to be rolling randomly for added demons. That would make this a lot worse. All right, so what would we just add 2 and then 1? That should even be for Asmodeus' extra ones. That would have made things worse. Okay, so the 1 demon. Why are these numbers here, Mike? Maybe pay attention. The 2 demons. Okay. It worked out about the same, but the rest of the game. Sorry, everybody. Okay, then finally Famine, -2 Zeal. Oh, we can't pay that. -2 Prestige. Okay, he can play the Prestige. Can he get more Zeal? Ooh, Smite the Heathens. Would kill 3 guys where we are. Lose 2 Prestige. But get 2 Zeal, which he'll immediately pay. He does get a Corruption. Great. But he also kills both demons that are here. And now, we do the other things. This is so much worse. I feel dumb. The Throne is adding 4 and then 3. 4. To Asia. Oh my god. Prestige, Zeal, Wisdom, and one of our choice. He'll do all of those, and Persephone can do a Wisdom for the other one. And that wasn't quite to 10, so we wouldn't lose the game yet. And then 3 more to Africa. So that's 2 of those, which, I don't know, it can be like that and that. Okay, and then, oh my god, Eat Zone adds... What am I doing? I'm losing is what I'm doing. All right. So 1 to every zone. Nothing there. Nothing there. No negative there. Have to lose 1 of something there. Have to lose a prestige. Have to move a horseman. She can lose the 2 things. A horseman of our choice. Oh my god. I don't know. Death. Take 1 damage and 2 books. She'll take the damage. Then I think they're both 1 from being fallen. So next round, the only thing we'll have to deal with is our sacrifice doing a use instead. That's if we survive this round and her adding... wait, what hour are we on? It should be on hour 2. Because, there's not supposed to be a final one in the final round. 2 more to South Africa. Oh, my gosh. Actually, I guess we can survive this. She can spend both her virtue and get rid of it. All right. So if we can kill the 1 extra guy in Asia, we survive, and then we only get 1 extra demon next turn. So, we can make this. But gosh, again, I really apologize. That would have changed the scope of the game massively to have things be random and made Asmodeus way tougher. Okay, Golden Axe can go in there and just wipe the floor with a lot of people. In fact, she can, in the place with 10, she can kill 5 people and then push the other 3 elsewhere. That seems pretty good. It's Virtue, Earth, Destruction, because, we still can't sacrifice or use Command, and using Faith cards still hurts us. So she'll definitely use the Golden Axe. And then, -2, that's Command. Darn it, you can't say. This one would push some demons. I don't know if she needs that. If she could let somebody else get a corruption back, that might keep the guy alive. So let's do Sacrifice Ambrosia. And then boon both of these. I won't get her any green. Peacock's Feather would get her green. But it would get her... Zeal. I definitely want that one for Zeal. And then if I wanted to have a little bit of everything, I guess Peacock's Feather is better. Yeah, we'll do Peacock's Feather. Okay, then for Michael. Okay, crud. Grail Swords. If he plays that, he has to put an extra demon on his space. That's not the end of the world, but still. And no command, though, so that part's good. Okay. So, it doesn't really matter. Sacrifice at this point is the same as use, basically. Because, so maybe I just sacrifice the Grail Sword to heal. Healing would not heal him too much. He'd get a bunch of stuff. He'd need more faith. But he would kill a whole bunch of guys. Although, do I want to kill that many guys? Not necessarily. I need there to be a lot of guys. So yeah, I think she's already taken care of the one place I need to clean out. So I kind of don't want to fight. Sort of just want to go where she's going to be. So let me try to heal. What's the Grail Sword do if I do other stuff with it? Well, if I don't play it at all, which would suck, then I won't get hurt. Yeah, so no other command, no other faith. Okay, so I could not attack with judgment. I didn't get the... Oh, I did get the Witch's Broom. Okay, so I can move with the Witch's Broom after hurting some people somewhere. So that seems better. I'll smite, and what the hey, I'll sacrifice Illuminate, and not use the Grail Sword at all to get an extra enemy. Let's see how this goes. All right, so I want... She's killing 5, and then moving 3. So then if I also get Michael in here, I don't actually really need to use the Witch's Broom. No, it's okay. I'll send Michael here for now, and then he can fly over to where she is. I think that's what I want to do. All right, she'll get Mana Surge and Peacock's Feather first. Okay, so oh my gosh, she can push so many guys. Maybe Michael doesn't need to be there. So she's getting 1 Wisdom, 2 Zeal, hooray for Zeal, 2 Virtue. She can change anything into something else. Let's change Wisdom into Zeal. And then, yeah, she's pushing up to 3 people, pushing and pulling. Oh, but if I push and pull demons the wrong way, I'm going to actually, have us resolve effects again. So let's go to North America. I'd love to get that to, exactly 5, if I can make that happen. Okay, and that's it for her. Okay, and then Michael's gonna, I don't know, Illuminate. So this is sacrificed, and he's getting 0 to 3 prestige, so he gets 4 more. Okay, and then she's going to Golden Axe it up. So she will lose a Zeal, lose a Virtue, and move and 3 guys, kill 5. Some combination of that. So go and kill the 5. She'll move 1 North America. There are no other safe places, are there? They can't afford to take damage or they'll die. But that's right. Michael can fly in here and kill some people. So we've already got 5 there. We want to keep 5 in places. Let's. This one's the most crowded. So let's take 2 from there with our other pull pushes. Okay, and then yeah, Michael's gonna do some flying. So he'll get a Zeal and a Faith, and then he's gonna get 2 more Faith. And he can push pull 2 guys and then move. When he wants to move there and kill those 3. He doesn't want to. Okay, so let's see. If he pulls one of these first and then pushes them right back, because that's a blank spot, then he won't suffer any damage. And then he goes over here. And then she's sacrificing Ambrosia, so she'll heal Michael a corruption. And then get a blue and a green. And then he's going to spend his last Zeal to smitey smite them. So we've got 5 places with 5 or more, with rampant cheating, of course. And we're definitely hurt enough, so yeah, we should have this in the bag. Again, with a lot of cheating. Now here's a weird thing. They have to buy 1 more card, but they're never going to use it because they have exactly 5 cards left in their deck. So we just want to get the cheapest thing we can afford. Okay, Michael, this one's pretty easy for him. He's got 4 faith, so he can spend 3. And then he's got a ton of prestige, so he can spend 1 of those. And then for her, it's not the cheapest, but it works. 2 blue, 2 purple, 2 green. All right. Oh, you know what? Darn it. Did I do the each zone +1? I don't think I did. I don't know if I did. And then I definitely did not move Michael to Asia, although she moved there. He would have had to be there. I don't think it would have drastically changed stuff. I don't remember if I did the +1 per place. I think I did. I don't know. All right, so let's go into the final round. The throne is gone. Thank God. And possession, we just have to deal with the third one. So we will use, instead of sacrificing this round, but no other effects. That's beautiful. And before we get to our turn, we get a single rolled spawn. I still feel really bad that I messed that up. On North America, which means one of us has to lose a wisdom. It'll be Michael. And again, I cheated massively, but there's going to be a pretty anticlimactic thing here because all we got to do is hang out where we are. But let's see. Okay, I could bow some people. Sure. And I could lower my corruption so I don't die. Oh, never mind. Don't lower your corruption unless you use it. Oh, yeah, I could sacrifice it to use it, right? And then, I don't know, some holy water and some forbidden fruit. Then for Persephone, I don't know. Let's see. Let's do pomegranates to get rid of corruption. Although, wait, I need more purple to do that. This is the gate seal. And then, I don't know. We'll use more pomegranates, and then we'll sacrifice the prayer. Yeah, like I said, it doesn't really matter. In fact, we'll just kind of call it there because Clearly, we're going to be okay. We've got more than 5, or at least 5 enemies in 5 zones. We are each well below, well, not well below, but we're each at or below 9 life, 9 divinity. But again, would that the game have gone that way if I had been playing correctly? Good chance it wouldn't have. All right, but anyway, that is 4 Horsemen, a playthrough with some errors. But let's talk about my thoughts on the game so far. What I like, what I'm not so sure about. So first, some positives. I like pretty much everything going on with the actual player turns. I think, you only have 5 cards, so even though there are a lot of icons, and that's certainly a concern for the game, kind of the graphic design and icons overall, it doesn't feel too overwhelming, especially like once you kind of get used to your cards. And this is actually similar a little bit to the Mega Man Adventures game we designed. The whole idea of like using some cards for boons, pretty much a resource generation, use for more kind of interesting abilities, and then trashing a card every turn, but getting a really strong power from it. I think that basic kind of decision space is really interesting, really cool. It does get complicated a bit with trying to like see which resources you have, and certainly running 2 characters and filming at the same doesn't make that too easy. I think as you play the game more, that would all feel a bit more second nature, like trying to balance these and make sure you have them at the right time. Also, I feel like I didn't make the best use of my abilities here, but it seems to differentiate the characters pretty well to have all of that. So all of this stuff seems to offer some pretty interesting decision space, and I tend to enjoy it. Although I will say, both on his board and Persephone, seems like pretty much, except for Slay the Evildoers, yeah, for pretty much all of their more powerful abilities that only get unlocked when they have more corruption, they get more corruption by using them, which seems like it's usually going to kill you pretty quickly. I don't know. I feel like these might be more interesting if you could actually use them kind of consistently once you got to a higher corruption level. But that's a minor quibble and might not apply to all the characters. But yeah, the card play I think is pretty cool. And then I think the buying cards is neat. I'm really a fan of deck building games where you trash cards as you buy them, so you kind of keep a similar size of deck. Something like a Baseball Highlights does this really well. And I think this is really cool here. And we only saw the level 1 abilities, but then you get crazy powerful with the level 2 abilities. Like they're way more expensive, but they do way more intense stuff. So for the longer, missions, that seems like it'll be really neat. Really kind of add to the power leveling of your characters. That's my favorite thing about deck builders, feeling like you become more and more awesome as the game goes along. And that certainly seems to be the case here. And it's also nice if you know a lot about mythology like I do, just kind of seeing things that are references to different mythoses around the world. Also want to call out the variety in the game, which seems pretty good. So at least in the prototype I have, which I think includes some of the Norse stuff too, there are a ton of these scenarios. And I think, you saw I played a lot of it wrong, but the Asmodeus one has its own very specific feel. You're spawning a ton of enemies and you have to let things kind of go badly. If you fight too hard, you'll actually lose. That's pretty unique, compared to, Avarice. Here's may acquire at cost 1 sacrifice relic each hour, so you actually keep your sacrifice cards. So that's pretty cool. And then you have to have at least 16 relics in your deck at the end of the game. So much more straightforward, kind of like victory condition, but you have to survive longer. And this one, this is once you get past 8, you get the level 2 cards and you get like a level 2 boss thing. And I'm guessing that the theft card is probably going to be stealing your cards. So yeah, I just think they're kind of doing cool things with varying up. Look, this one you have to have a ton of resources at the end of the game, so you really have to be kind of frugal with what you spend. This one you have to, oh my gosh, remove 6 events. I don't know if I did that many. That's like the ones where you destroy them before they even go off. So yeah, I think there seems to be, based on what I've seen, in prototype form, really good variety in these scenarios and bosses and kind of like how you fight them. And I use the word boss in a minor way. You're not really fighting anybody. You're sort of just surviving. So yeah, I think that's pretty cool. I think if you like crisis management games, sort of that pandemic ilk where you're putting out fires and stuff, this one's pretty neat with the deck building going on. There's also a lot of variety with the events. Although again, kind of like with player cards, you just have so many icons, kind of like icon overload, especially if you have to pay attention to 3 and 4 player. I think the choice of discarding, trashing the events or letting them go off is pretty interesting, because usually it's not as bad to get rid of it right away as it is to suffer through all 3 steps. But this is over the course of time, whereas this is an immediate thing, and you often won't be able to pay it without taking a ton of corruption. So yeah, I think that choice is pretty interesting. I mean, some, like this one, seem obvious to just let it go off instead of paying the effect at the bottom, at least to me. So I don't know if the decision space will always be interesting for those. And yeah, there's a ton. Where did I put the rest? I don't know. But there's a huge deck of these, and you only use a very small number in each game. So again, it seems like it's going to increase the variety of the game pretty well. And the tension in the game seems good too. Again, I was messing up and we would have had more like red cubes going in random places, like threatening an immediate loss, getting these effects to go off. So I sort of missed that tension in the game through my rule error. But like having these horsemen advance, having all these icons go off, again, icon overload. That's definitely going to be one of my concerns with the game. But I think the tension of all the things coming at you and trying to balance all these things while also running out of resources. Corruption is like always there, tantalizing you and letting you get more of stuff if you need it, but then you might, become fallen because of that and lose the game that way. I think all the kind of like interplays are good. So what are some of my concerns, though? The big one I've already mentioned. It's so many icons. Now, they aren't that confusing. It's really, in the end, mostly 4 icons, the 3 basic resources, and the special green ones. The color coding tends to work pretty well. But yeah, there's like icons here, icons there, icons on your cards, icons all the events, and it's like lots of icons. So I think especially as you're learning the game, it's making things, it did for me at least, make things tougher to parse. Second thing is a slightly personal preference, but I find the game very large and sprawling. Like you got this really big world board, you've got this extra board, you got this extra board, you've got over there the board for the the relics you're buying. And there's a lot of stuff to track here, and the player board does a good job of it, separating the resources and all of that, but it's also just really large. So especially in a 4-player game, man, this is going to just eat up table space. I wish there was some way for them to shrink things down a bit. And also, I do have some usability concerns that I'd love them to address. Like a big one is the hours thing that you're supposed to be tracking. The event cards also track the number of rounds, but as you saw with some things like Asmodeus, it matters what the actual number is. And yeah, there's this is way bigger, this little thing they want you to move with, than the actual spaces. So there's some things like that where it might be kind of hard to track or see things. Also, personal preference, the miniatures are really nice, but you're not doing a lot with them, so I wouldn't mind if there weren't miniatures. But yeah, again, the quality is pretty dang good, at least I think. I'm not a big miniature person. Y'all can judge for yourself. Sorry, some of them kind of had some things snap in the transition. So yeah, I think the miniatures are nice. People who like miniatures are certainly going to appreciate them, and there aren't that many. But for me, they're pretty much just the same as markers and tokens. They aren't really doing much, so I could take or leave them. Also, personally, I don't love the art. I mean, it's okay. I do find let's see, I'm trying to find some of the other characters. The women go a little bit on the cheesecake side. Slightly. Well, I guess it's not too bad. Really, Persephone is probably the worst one with kind of her, fishnet stockings there or whatever. Not really how I picture Persephone, being the goddess of death in the underworld by the end of her story. But maybe they're thinking of Persephone in her earlier days. I do like that they have a variety of gods and goddesses. They go into other pantheons and mythologies in the items, but again, they just cover Greek, Norse, and Christian, at least in this release. I teach mythology, so I'd love to see other things. I love a lot of the Japanese gods, the West African gods, but I get that they're trying to focus in, and these are certainly probably the most well-known in general media, for better or worse. So yeah, minor things, but honestly, I think for a crisis management game with really nice variety, pretty cool choices, great deck building feel. If you can get past the icons, if maybe they shrink the board size down a little bit, I think this one could be really great. So go check out the crowdfunding page. I should have a link either to a preview or to the actual thing, depends on when the video goes up. And hope you see something you like. Good gaming, everyone, and I'll see you at the next stop.